Good morning. Welcome to Advisory. This is part 5 of MAD goals. And what is a MAD goal? So that video we watched in the last lesson was talking about SMART goals, okay? And again, it's the same. But the difference is MAD just has less letters. So it's measurable, attainable, and deadline driven. So it's talking about the time frame. The fact that we're able to measure it because there's a time frame, I mean, that's part of it. And it's attainable. So we're not saying I want to, make $1 million. I mean, so that could be attainable for some people, but it's not attainable for all people, right? So it's just being realistic. Here's 2 examples. So I want to make money versus I want to make $200 by April 30th. The second example with Jennifer is the MAD goal, right? It's a way of taking the first goal, which is general, and making it more measurable, attainable, and deadline driven. So one simple way to set goals is to make them MAD, right? So, and again, MAD does not mean angry in this case, but consider these 2 goals. All right, so we do not know what make money means, right? Does she want to make $1? Does she want to make $1 million? Does she want to make the money in like 1 week? Does she want to make the money in the next 10 years? Okay, those are the questions that come along when you have this very general goal. It's harder to accomplish because you don't have any guidance there. There's no boundaries. It's just not clear. So this, when you think of Jennifer's goal, again, it has the very specific amount. It has the very specific time frame. So she has set a MAD goal. The way to make something measurable, so it's like, okay, I want to get good grades, or I want good grades, is not a MAD goal. You could say, I want 3 A's and 3 B's. That is more measurable, right? You could say like, okay, now I've got my 3 A's and my 3 B's. I've achieved my goal. Okay, that's what we mean by measurable. Attainable, so no, I will make $1 million this week. I don't know that is very doable for most people, right? But if you say something like, I will save $200 in the next 100 days, that's attainable. People can do that. If you're making money and you're having a job and you have the means to put the money away and save that amount over the next 100 days, that's an attainable goal. The deadline driven is like, no, I want to learn to dance. Okay, and this to make it MAD, you would say, I will attend a dance class by March 15th. Because there's a specific plan there. So give your goals a number of some specific measure, right? So otherwise you will not know if you ever accomplish your goals, right? That's what talking about the 3 A's and the 3 B's. Like, you know what you want to accomplish. And when you get there, you're like, oh, I got there, So if your goals are not attainable, you will set up for frustration. So it's like, if you say, I want to make $1 million this week and you don't do it, you're going to be frustrated. And then if you continue to disappoint yourself over time, it's going to be harder to find the motivation to try again. Okay, so you cannot learn to play the guitar in one night, right? You have to work at it over time. Some people are going to learn quicker than others, but you just have to understand that about yourself. How long is it going to take you to do this? How much time should you give yourself? You can learn 3 simple songs in a week. If you were to say, I want to learn this song by the end of this week, that's doable. So without a deadline, the third part, you will not feel the urgency to reach your goal. Again, if you want to learn to dance, it's like, well, what if you take 10 years to get there because you never really had any urgency there? There's nothing pushing you to learn sooner. But if you say by the end of March 15th, then you're like, all right, I have this many days to practice, and then we'll go from there. So whenever possible, make your goals MAD, measurable, attainable, and deadline driven. And that way you have a very clear target and understanding of where to go, which direction to take, which steps to take to get there. So practice, practice, practice. So as a class, please discuss how you would make these goals more specific. These are just examples. If your teacher wants to throw in some other ideas or examples, please feel free. I want to go to college. It's very general. How do you make that MAD? How do you make it measurable, attainable, deadline driven? I want to pick up a new hobby. I want to make the basketball team. All right, well, how are you going to get there? Okay, so this is what I want you to talk about. Just change these goals. Write them in your journal if you'd like. Discuss them as a class. How would you make them more mad? Thanks, guys. We will see you next time. Have a good day.